Hey, everybody. Welcome to Girls Run These Worlds. I am your not so humble game master for this evening. I am Anita, and I use she, her pronouns. That is, she like the butter, her pronouns. And I would like to welcome you all to our limited series run of our Invincible Sword Princess game by Kazumi Chin. Incredible game designer, by the way. Check them out. Um, and the name of this show in particular is Invincible Sword Coven. Um, I'm here with just the baddest people on the planet. I am so lucky to be able to play with just this incredible group. Um, and now I'm gonna I'm gonna show them to you. Cause so God, I could say so much about this incredible group, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because we got a show to run. So Jazz, um, tell the people about you, about your character, about like their pronouns and your pronouns. Um, yeah, that's the vibe.
Sure. What up? My name's Jazz, also known as Cinderscoria on Twitter. That's where you can find me most of the time. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm playing Fester, the ostracized. Their pronouns are they, them. I'm very excited to be here and play with all of these wonderful people.
uh, Next up, Aki. Uh, Tell the people who you are.
Yes, there you go. I'm not muted. Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I. Oh, do we say who we're playing now? Yes, right? Okay. And I'm playing Althea or Thea, pronoun she, they, and we're here. We're here to have a time.
Uh, I am here as well, Aki. We making it happen. Allison, you up next? Make it happen.
Yeah, I'm Allison Mulder. The best place to find me is probably A Mulder Writes, like writes a book on Twitter. I will be playing former feral child Howl, just a traditional upbringing raised by wolves. It's a good time. Both our pronouns are she, her. I think that's all of the things I was called upon to say and more.
Period. Austin, let the people know who you are.
Hey everybody, my name is Austin. You can find me over on Twitter at SailorConstance at SailorSCT. Also, my pronouns are he, they, she. I'm a game writer, performer, designer, and friend. Tonight I'll be playing Bellum, whose pronouns are she, they. Bellum is essentially, as I have pitched it, Harley Quinn, but she has a sword and is black now.
I love that for us. Um, Homie, last but not least, take the stage.
Hello, my name is Maud. I am the Dainty Funk or Dainty Funk if the username was taken already on most platforms. And today, oh, and I use they them pronouns. And today I have the illustrious pleasure of playing Glorabelle, the bereaved. And she uses she, they pronouns.
I did miss one. I'm playing the baby. Sorry.
Oh, I'm the rebel.
The eldest,
We're doing great.
as a family, we forget.
Uh, and I am the game master. Gosh. So we are playing Invincible Sword Princess. It is a game about revenge, about grief, about death. Um, and this game that we're playing is going to be about magic. Um, these are heavy topics. If people are like feeling a way about like the things discussed, please take care of yourselves. Like, take a break, get your water in, like hug a stuffed animal, do what you need to do. Um, like this community is awesome, and we want you to be well here. Uh, we're gonna be well here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna tell a little story, and we'll make some magic happen. Uh, so, um, unless there's anything else, y'all, do y'all think of anything else that we gotta do before we? All
Stop
right,
stalling. You gotta go. It's time to
it's
go.
time.
Woo! We're
It is
ready.
indeed
Hit us with your
time.
best shot.
Um,
Wait, maybe save the best shot a little bit.
I was
Your
just kidding. I
second
was
best
it's a
shot.
joke. Your second best. Thank you.
uh, Invincible Sword Coven. Welcome to Mater. It is pretty normal for the most part as far as worlds go. There are mountains and rivers, small towns and cities, a vast continent that is surrounded on all sides by oceans that go on maybe forever. But most notably, in the center of this place, there is a vast forest that most people avoid, but some find life near the outskirts, and a few thrive inside of it. In the center of this forest is the tallest tree in the world. At its base was the home of the witch. But here, now, is the home of the witch's daughters, the most talented magic users in the world. Um, and we will start by going a little like deeper into the forest that surrounds this huge tree that stretches far over the canopy of the rest of this really huge forest. Uh, and we will find our youngest, uh, our youngest witch um, in this group, in this coven, um, Howl, um, who is currently having a very tense discussion with a tree. Allison, would you like to describe your character and what they're doing?
Yeah. Uh I think Hal is in one of the tallest branches of this tree, the one that she is arguing with her spine pressed to one of the boughs, just staring up at the sky as she is having this argument, well, discussion for probably the 100th time in the past several years. She is it's a little hard to tell how old she is, but you might guess early 20s. But she's very small, short. You might get the sense that she was malnourished at some point in her life and just, yeah, never grew to be very tall for whatever age that she is. She has short, messy brown hair and pale skin, and she is wearing clothes that are various sizes too big for her, as if they were all stolen off of a clothesline. But uh, generally on the darker side, dark shirt, probably a skirt over some pants. It's just a mishmash. Um, and she, I think, just staring up at the clouds gives the longest sigh, and to the tree that she is lying on says, "Tell me again, clearly this time."
And the tree responds in its way. Trees are so alien and so slow, and they remember things in a way that Mom could understand. You never got the hang of like really grasping. Um, but you listen again to a recounting, and it always like twists a little different. Um, and what is communicated to you is like very strange and like abstract images, like impressionist paintings are like being like given to your mind of like a heavy footfall over like one piece of root, or like bit of a bit of like a disturbing like cloud or like aura in the air. And you're at this for a very, very long while, like piecing together, like, okay, like this image, we can like sort of translate that. You're up in that tree, like scribbling down like the notes that you have taken over the past 4 years, trying to get sort of like a sketch or an outline of like your quarry.
My penmanship is horrible.
Um, and even so, um, something clicks, um, with the trees that you have talked to like all throughout this area, whose ever root systems like go through this place. You've talked to every single tree in here, um, and you've found um, some details that you can like sort of pierce, like stitch together. Um, you do know that like from your years of studying this, you hear, or you sort of like translate. Um, there were three that ran through this place, covered in life sap. Trees speak for blood. Um, then a mountain came to the three and either swallowed or embraced them until the mountain and the bloody three disappeared or became a still quake or something. You know that you trace these people all the way to this spot, and then the trail went cold. But you sort of like sigh a little bit. That's not a lot. You know that there are three, and that's good. Um, but eventually, you climb down from the tree, um, and some of your friends are there, waiting for you, looking up expectantly, hoping that you have found something like noteworthy, or to help further your search. Would you like to describe your pack?
Um, it's smaller than it used to be, and I think it shows. The wolves kind of mill around the base of the tree with spaces left where you get the sense that there were others that should be there and have left a void. Um, but it's a number of different uh, colors and markings that I think in the past several packs might have joined together. So Howl is by far a human does stand out in this mix, but she's not the only person in the pack that stands out, I think. And she's just going to shake her head exasperatedly and be like, they're still talking about mountains and life sap. Um, and can I, as I'm clambering down the last few limbs, just kind of swinging Tarzan like from one to the next, can I kind of pause and put my hand on the trunk and ask one more question to the tree before I hop down? Did you see where the other wolves went?
Um,
I think I've asked this question before a lot too, but I think gotten even less of an answer.
yeah, like the the trees. I will ask you to make a princess roll for me.
Starting it off with my worst stat.
Yeah. Um, I will say that you are asking about wolves with your wolf pack. That is something that is integral to your background. You get one bonus die for this. Um,
Hey.
this is a hard roll, though, to get something of use out of this tree about a random pack of wolves that it probably wasn't checking for.
Mm-hmm.
So if you roll a 5 or a 6 on these dice, that counts as one success. So roll the die, tell me how many successes you get.
I have one success.
One
It's a 4 and a
success.
6. I think it's, yeah, one for a
Yes.
hard roll.
Yes.
Let's start off with uncertainty.
Beautiful. Um, so when you gain insight into a person or situation, you gain insight, but they do too. Ask a question from the insights list, and they ask you one in return. So you are
Gonna
trying to
tell a
figure
tree
out.
my secrets.
Yeah. Um, you are closer to the bark. You are closer to the root system of this tree than you were at the top, which is dangerous. Um, like you know, you just like didn't want to climb up again, like, but being so near to Mother Earth and asking a question of her can be a little dicey. Um, in the end, with one success, you don't get much. You do like get confirmation that they were headed that they like successfully passed through this way like months ago when you sent them. Um, but nothing in regards to them coming back this way or where they might have gone after they left the forest. But as you like ask this of the tree and pour your magic so close to the root, you feel something. Something that Mother warned you about. Um, and you feel like the magic that you poured into this tree sink down into the roots and deeper. Uh, and a shake, a small one, a small earthquake, sort of like rattles you a little bit, like your wolf pack sort of like yelps and like patters around nervously. Um, but one of your pack is growling at something, and you turn and follow their gaze, and you see a pair of neon green eyes appearing in the dirt of this ground around you. And just as it appears, it vanishes. And it is still again. And with that, um, we're going to kick it over to the next youngest of our brood here. We're gonna go outside of the forest, uh, pan up and up and up, and see like this forest is vast. There are trees for as long as you can see, and one that like is up in the center of it all that y'all know was mother's pride and joy. Um, but we pan out, and far away from this forest, we go off to the south, uh, far, far, uh, past the forest, past some sprawling fields, some wild grasses, into farmland, to the coast, where there is a city, but we pan past it, uh, towards a cave overlooking a beach, um, where um, our determined and fierce Fester is practicing some swordplay. Uh, just describe Fester for the people, and um, tell tell us what their digs are like. Set the scene.
Sure. So at first you can't really see Fester. They are clad in robes, with the hood up, and all you really see is the flash of an obsidian sword, that is like a I don't know what they're called, longsword, kind of. What does Aragorn wield? That one. um, and it's just like that, but it's like jet black and like looks like it's rather fragile, made of glass obsidian, um and uh and their footwork is really fancy, and they are not fighting anything, they're just going through the motions of like a sword dance essentially. And as they intensify their movements, you can see their hood kind of fly off, and you get a glimpse of their face, which is medium brown. um, and they have glowing ember eyes, that are focused entirely on the horizon. They have a small face, a very young face. They might be around 19, but it's hard to tell with the look in their eyes. It looks much, much older. Their hair is like a choppy, feathered, kind of reddish orange, and the tips of it kind of glow like their eyes. And they have a pendant wrapped around their wrist. They aren't wearing it on like their neck, but they have it close where they can keep an eye on it essentially and wear it in a rather unconventional way. They're barefoot, and sink their toes into the sand as they are going through this sword dance very intensely.
Beautiful. You slash and spin and twirl. Um, it is exquisite. Um, the form, like an observer looking on this scene, like would understand that this is a skilled and trained warrior. And as you turn and twist and are just very, very focused um, on your training, it takes you a moment too long to notice um, the clouds start to like roll in from the sea, to notice the smell, the usual like nice, fresh salt smell of the ocean spray turn to the smell of something a little more stale, like dead fish are wafting up from the sea now. And as you turn and look around the beach, like near you, you notice the waves, the water has like stilled and receded like a lot more than it usually does at this time of day. Um, and you are enough of a witch to know a very, very, very bad storm is coming. What do you do?
Um, I pack up. I grab my bag. I sheathe my sword. I kind of give the approaching skies a glance, and I hurry back to my cave.
Um, you take shelter. Um, like, is this just like a cave? Is it bare? Like,
Yeah, I
there's
don't think that they have. There's nothing homey about it. It's very it's obviously lived in. So there are things like, cooking utensils and a bedroll and, nope, that's probably about it.
yeah, like I imagine you have like a fire pit sort of set up
Hmm.
in this place for when storms like this happen, and
Hmm.
you begin like putting wood on the fire, like some making something to warm you as the storm rages outside, and it is raging outside. Um, you sort of like you haven't like felt a typhoon like this uh, in a while. And you sort of like get closer to the fire, try to like put your back to the wind at the mouth of the cave to keep it from like blowing the fire out. Um, and is there anything that you do, like before falling to sleep? Are there any rituals that you have?
Um, there's a mantra that they do, a very um calming kind of uh like not a ritual but like a meditation, I guess, that they do. Um and so they'll do that as they kind of look over their shoulder, and there's like they don't have much of an expression aside from like a crease of worry, and they just kind of, before they go to sleep, they go, "Oh, it's getting worse," and then that's it.
Um, how you fall asleep, cuddled in your bedroll, like face to the dwindling fire. Uh, and you have dreams, like very weird dreams. You see, um, you see memories of mom. You see, um, like oddly, like people you haven't thought of in like literal years. Your birth family. You see, um, something very like unnerving, like in your dream, a pair of neon green eyes below you that sort of look up, um, and you feel unsettled by it. Uh, but as like you're about to like get freaked out, it seems like you're looking into these eyes and they're paralyzing you. Like it's like that, but like you are aware enough that this is a dream. Like you are a witch, you control your mind and your subconscious. It does not control you. Um, and as it's starting to get a little worrisome, you see mom like she was before. Um, and she says, well, she stands there first. Do you say anything um, in your dream state as you see her?
Mom, hi.
Um, she sort of like cocks her head a little bit, and her eyes narrow in a very familiar way. Um, and she says, you've been alone.
Yeah, I didn't really think anyone wanted me around, to be honest.
Make a princess roll.
No! Not my worst stat.
I believe in you.
Thanks. I got a 4.
One success. I love that.
Yay.
Um, like with that one success, she you get some insight into her. Um, you know, this is a dream. You know, this is your subconscious telling you something. Um, but in this moment, mom is really sad that you've not been with anyone, that like you haven't, that you've just been on the beach alone practicing your sword for a while. Um, but you see something in her like sort of stiffen up um, as she takes like one of her calming breaths that like she does and says, "You should know better than to take refuge in Mother Earth. Wood and metal will protect you. Never trust the stone, the sand, the dust." You immediately wake up, uh, and the storm has gotten so much worse. You hear whipping winds like all up in your ear. You feel um like waters like bang up against like the side of your cave. Like you've probably like put out curtains for this type of thing. They are whipping, like some of them are torn and like fluttering like into the space. You feel, you're not sure, you're not, you are sure you're a witch. Like in addition to the typhoon, um, there are shakes happening. Um, it is not safe for you to be in this space right now.
Okay. I gather up my meager belongings. Um, and I will. I feel like walking is a bad idea, but I'll see if I can teleport. Can I teleport?
That's some that's some dangerous magic. That's some dangerous. You
I know where I'm
can
going.
you can try.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Um, there are consequences, like pretty bad consequences, if you do not get at least one success on this. Like, yeah, you feel like it is a bad idea, especially with like all of the storm that is happening around you.
Is it a
Um,
worse idea than if I were to try to trek to the city on my own 2 feet?
um, yeah, it would be. It would
Okay,
be a
then
worse
that.
idea. Like, honestly, if you're trying to get to the city, like if you're trying to get to the city, right now the thing that you need to do is get you won't be able to get into the city because like the city people know that a storm is coming. They have like defenses set up. Nobody can get in or out of the city right now. Um if you like go farther inland, um and try to find some shelter in the tall grasses, like anywhere is better than the earth right now.
How long has it been since I've had a dream about mom?
Um, I think you can decide that.
If Fester knows that they can't get into the city on foot, they're going to try to get there through teleportation because they have a
Um,
very specific thought in mind of where they want to go.
all right.
So if
Fester
I
would
die
know
here,
that it
it
is
was nice
safer.
knowing y'all.
Fester would know that it is safer to try that. Once you are like closer to, yeah, once you like have eyesight to the city, which like
Gotcha.
visibility is low, but like you can, if you like gather up your stuff, run a little ways, like you are able to get it within your sights. Um, Jazz, what are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to get to Bellum. I'm trying specifically to get to Bellum.
Got you. Okay. Um, this is a princess role. Um, like
Okay.
you're doing magic. There's no going around that. I will say you are you are the ostracized. You are trying to get back to your people. Like and you're trying to like mend the gap, which is a Herculean task. Like it feels like, I imagine. Um, but you are playing into your role, so I'll give you another die on that. Um, and yeah, you're you're not prepared. You are alone, so you don't have any assistance. Yeah, you roll two. You roll two of your die, uh, and it's a hard one, so you gotta roll fives and sixes.
Mhm. It's fine, y'all. We'll be fine. Oh, my hands are sweating.
Um, I believe in you.
I don't.
You can do this, Jazz.
Okay, I got a 5. Just one though.
1-5. Okay. Um. So it is.
The other one was a 1, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's tough. I'ma just say that you are on a beach. Like you are used to doing magic surrounded by life, surrounded by trees, surrounded by green things. Um, you look towards the city, you know that Bellum is there. Um, can you tell me one memory that tethers you to Bellum that keeps this from being a disaster?
um, Maybe the first time Fester came to live with mother and the other siblings. Um, they were really shy. They wouldn't really go out. They wouldn't talk much. They wouldn't talk to the other siblings, um, and would only really kind of follow mom whenever she would go out. So like during like meal times especially, it was really difficult for them to like open up and socialize. And this was in the middle of the night, and everyone was supposed to be asleep, and they were hungry, And it had gotten to the point where it was like overwhelming. They couldn't sleep because of it. And so they bravely kind of got up and went to the kitchen area. And Bellum was already there making a snack for herself. And Fester saw her and was like, started to turn around. And then Bellum was like, no, 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 it's fine. Do you want some? And it was the first time that anyone had really kind of reached out to them that wasn't their mom. Uh, and they, the two of them shared a snack. They didn't say anything, but they didn't have to. And it was the first time that they started to settle into the family. Um, and I think that is what comes to mind uh, as they think of what would be the closest safe space to get to.
Um, Fester, you know teleportation's really difficult. You know that mom rarely used teleportation because of how much it took out of her. But you focus and you know you gotta get somewhere. And you feel the magic gather, and you feel yourself drop, and you disappear. And we'll kick it over to Bellum. Um, as the screen goes black, and we go to um, lights up earlier that day, um, where Bellum is with a strange, strange sort of person. Yeah, person. Um, like, tell me, where you and this person like to go. What are y'all doing in the morning?
Uh, I think we're just making breakfast, something very normal. Um, in like, I was gonna say breakfast robes. That's not the right word. Not bathrobes. You know those robes you wear like in the morning. I don't wear them, but some people wear them, and they're not the robes for like after the shower. It's like the one on the back of the door, like in your bedroom. Those morning robe, because there's evening robes. I assume there's morning robes. I don't. You know what I mean.
I
We
I
are
get the vibes.
we are dressed casually and just like making breakfast, talking about things not of consequence.
Um, bet. Um, you make breakfast. Um, it is it is breakfast for one, but she joins you like anyway. The sort of, she doesn't eat like normal. Like, she will sometimes disappear for a while and come back with like a stack of just really hot magma rocks.
No, I get it. I want to eat
And
those too.
yeah, like
Forbidden rock
she
candy.
um she only offered you some once when you were like, yeah, maybe, yeah, I'll try that, and did not offer it to you again. Uh but sits down, takes out one of her like pieces of obsidian, um like, um sitting at the table beside you. Um, she does, she speaks,
Mhm.
but it is, she does not move her mouth.
No, of course not.
Sometimes, sometimes she stands so still. She is like a statue. And it is honestly really breathtaking at some points when you are sitting beside her. Um, but out of nowhere, she sort of like breaks the stillness and her eyes shift over to yours. Um, and she says, it is getting worse. Tonight there will be something.
The leak in the bathroom?
um, you hear like a you hear a chuckle like emanate out uh and like she sort of says the coast, the matter.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. That stuff. Yeah. I get it. Hmm. Oh, the coast?
uh like she says you should tell the town leadership uh
I need to
tonight
call my
it will be
sister.
bad.
Yeah, okay. No, I can handle that. I'll tell the town. I need to call Thea. Thea will know where Fester is. Last I heard, Fester was going out to the coast, but that was longer ago than yesterday, I'm sure.
um she um she like moves her like face and smiles. She sort of like turns to you and says, I would go myself, but um, you know, the town, I
No, I
unnerve the leadership here.
no, I get it. Um, no, it's I'll handle it. Yeah, I'll go talk to them and then come back here. If it's getting, I we should meet my family if it's getting worse, probably.
Um, yeah, she sort of like uh, sombers and, if possible, stiffens even more and says, I'm not sure they would appreciate seeing me.
Mean if they give you a problem, I can just like we can scrap it out. It'll be fine.
Um, like a crinkle like forms in her eyes. Um, roll princess.
Why are
Do
we
that.
doing this? Why us in a row?
Yeah, roll princess.
No, the answer is no. I what was it
Roll
easy
a
or hard?
second. Roll a second die,
Okay.
because this person is someone that you know.
Is it
Um,
easy, normal, or difficult?
it's a normal roll.
Hey, I got a 6. We're okay.
One success. Okay.
Yes.
Um, like she uh Yeah, she's hearing you really like stand for her uh in this moment. Um you know that like each of your families has been like a sort of topic like over the years that like you two have been like um doing this. Um and she sort of like meets your eyes. Um and with one success, she gets insight into you as well.
It's fine.
Uh, and I think the insight that she wants to like glean from you is an answer to the question, do you mean what you say? Like, are you really going to fight your family? Like, if
If
it
they're
comes
just
to that
uh
over her.
yeah, absolutely. I love this person deeply. I got this ring on my finger, like absolutely. Square up.
Um, she reaches up a hand and in like an impossibly fluid motion, um, like cups your cheek, and it's a little like you get a little bit of sunburn like on that on that place, but like you see that like a little like some like a little like piece of her eyes, like the the inner pupils of them like both like light up in fire. uh that only happens when she gets really really emotional. um uh and she says, I have business across the way.
Oh,
Meet you
okay.
here uh tonight, and we will plan a return trip to your home.
Sounds great. I'll see you tonight. Um, I will give her a peck on the cheek, and then I'm gonna get my stuff and go tell the town that the sky is falling.
um she like her eyes literally dance with flame as you do that. Um, and you feel her gaze sort of follow you to the door.
Oh, I know
Huh?
it. I said, oh, I know.
Uh, as you also sense her do that weird thing where she sort of flits in and out of becomes like slightly visible for a second and then disappears like whenever she goes somewhere.
Mhm.
It's uh gosh, that woman is different.
Yeah,
But
no, it's cool.
you like her well enough.
Yeah.
uh you go to the town leadership and you let them know that a storm is a coming. um
The
they
big one.
yeah, they are gosh, what to say about town leadership? At this point, you know, like you've been here long enough, you know them well enough that they are like equal parts grateful and nervous of your presence here.
Makes
Magic is
sense.
scary, uh, and you are a powerful witch they can just tell by your vibe. Um, but also, you're a powerful witch and you can warn us when there are typhoons coming. And you've been chill so far, so we're chill. They gave you a really nice house, like overlooking the water where the sea foam smell. Like it's really nice.
Hmm.
They keep the witch happy. And they try not to insult you, and they give you your space.
That's fair.
And as you walk around, like do your business for the day, uh,
Hmm.
you feel a shake, um, and you look sort of like westward across the coast, and you feel like that is its source as the clouds have darkened, like your paramour has predicted. And the waves start to recede. You head back to your house
Hmm.
as the uh, gates are lifted up and the levees are brought about and prepared for the big one, as the witch of this city proclaims. Um,
Hmm.
and as you like walk your way back, you sort of you feel something like you spent a lot of time. You spent lifetimes actually uh, at one home. You've only ever had one home, and you can feel when something is or might be wrong with it. Um, and you have a very bad feeling about the largest tree in the world.
Uh, I let out a deep sigh. Well, it's a good thing we're planning a trip home. Uh, and I continue walking back to my current home. I also realized I never described Bellum. Uh,
I
no,
That's facts.
it's
Please.
my it's my go to is to figure out to describe myself for 3 episodes, but I caught it. Yeah, Bellum is like 6 feet tall, um, broad shouldered, dark skinned, um, has like medium length uh hair and locks, and doesn't wear shoes, decidedly. Has on a traditional like big witchy hat, um, an amulet around her neck, uh, of a nondescript amulet-y. I don't have what it looks like per se yet, and then wears essentially like black, like I guess in fantasy it's like the undercoat you'd wear for armor, but she just wears that, like the like black pants and like black shirt. Um, she doesn't wear any armor or anything, and then just has a has a scabbard on her back. Um, that also looks pretty plain, pretty nondescript. The hilt is like seems like it has some sort of ornate design, but that's really it. Besides like her bag, uh, how she presents to the world, I think like delicate features, deep brown eyes. But that's what like people see as she like stops, sighs, continues walking in her current home to wait to plan a road trip, as it were.
um yeah, you you like enter your house just as the wind and the rain starts really like whipping up and coming in earnest. Um, and you uh, like enter your home to see your paramour waiting for you. Um, yeah, would you like to describe her? I didn't do descriptions with you. That's on me. Um,
Sure. Uh, I think she is both unfathomably tall and also like 5'8" at the same time. Um, I think she is both like slim figured and also like broad shouldered. I think she is like very like where I have delicate features, very sharp features. It is like unnervingly beautiful. It is like the kind of pretty where you're that's not a person kind of thing. You're like, this is like your brain is like, those are all the person parts, but it's like, you know how Uncanny Valley is the like bad side? This is like on the other, this is like the other side of, this is like the right side of the highway to live on. Uh it's like Uncanny Valley, but not like the weird 2005 CGI
yeah,
animation
not
version.
horror, but
No,
like,
yeah,
but like enough to say that's different.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. I think the one thing is, yeah, the like you said, the eyes, like they're almost never pupils. It's always either like flame or burning suns or like dull embers, but it's like we have a hard time on her getting her to make her eyes look like eyes.
um, that, and as you enter your home, you see um, an excited pose of like itinerary books, maps, like
Hmm.
travel plans that have been laid out on the table. And um, Bellum's favorite snack, which is, you can tell me what Bellum's favorite snack is.
Chicken nuggets.
Oh, oh, Bellum. Okay. Uh, and chicken nuggets. Oh, she tends to overcook food a little bit. She's not very good at cooking, but
No,
it
I
is
like
the
it like
thought
that.
that
It's okay.
counts.
No, I like them. They're extra crispy. It's perfect actually.
Oh, oh,
Nice try.
this person is sprung, and I love them. Uh, and as you sit down and begin to like um, plan out the trip back home, uh, suddenly your paramour stops and smiles, revealing like a full teeth smile. Her teeth are orange and blood red and like a swirling mess of colors. You know that when she does this, she's not smiling. She's doing that animal thing of like, there is a threat around and I am baring my teeth towards it.
I I guess I stand up and I put my hand on my hilt. What's happening? What's up?
She looks towards the floor of the dining room. Um, Fester, could you make me an invincible roll?
Guys, I have a confession. I
No.
didn't put any in this one either.
You can't get away with
Ooh-wee.
this. You gotta stop.
Not all sword.
Okay. Cool. No. Nope. No.
0 successes on your
Can I
invincible roll.
I'll miss my sister.
how fast can I intervene to what is about to happen?
Um,
Can I roll to see how fast I react?
you are in your dining room, preparing for an intruder, a dangerous intruder, because your partner is worried. Right
Mhm.
now, I am gonna tell
Pathetic.
Fester how things get a little fucky.
Okay.
Um, Fester, you drop and you feel yourself teleporting, not really teleporting, but like becoming something different, something that can move at very high speeds. But you're not going eastward toward the city. You're going down. You're going
Down
down
in an early ravine.
quickly at an incredible pace. It takes the breath out of you. You try to scream, but like nothing's coming out. You want desperately to stop this, to get off of this ride, but like everything you are is just falling until you stop. And it is hot. There is you forged your sword. Like mother like oversaw you like in the flames doing your thing. A lot of your magic is fire, but in this moment you have never felt a heat like this before. And something in you knows that you are staring at, that you are in the presence of something more ancient than even mom. Do you open your eyes?
No. I think I
Make one
freeze
more
in terror.
invincible roll to try.
Oh God. Okay.
To try to keep your eyes closed. This is hard, so a 5 or a
No.
6 is a success.
Mm-mm.
You open your eyes, and you see something sort of incomprehensible. Um, the way that your mind can sort of like understand it. You see chains wrapped around a furious sun. The chains are neon green. You get the feeling of bindweed and vines and roots from them. And beyond it, something that almost breaks you. And just as you are about to be taken over and pulled under by the enormity of this. You remember your sibling, and you will yourself away. And Bellum, surging from the surging, like breaking through the floor of your dining room, leaving a hole where your where your like dining room floor used to be, uh, is your younger sibling Fester, who like the entirety of their front looks very badly sunburned, and they are gibbering and in a state of not being able to, of not being like cognizant of themselves.
Uh, I got this one, dear. And I come over and I like kneel down. Hey, sis. Good to see ya. Uh, you'll have to pay for that, but we can deal with that later. Um,
I what? I don't have money.
oh, okay, we'll get to that later. We're planning a trip back home. Something's wrong with the tree. Also, this is my paramour. Um, Here, come have a
What?
seat.
Jazz, you can mark the desperation status.
Ooh, okay.
Um, like,
Yikes.
um, if you have marked the desperation status, you are in dire straits. However, in this game, desperation serves as a kind of reprieve. You may unmark desperation to allow for one of the following events to take place. Discover a weakness or pathway. One of your sisters saves you from harm. You gain a rush of strength, reroll the die, patch up your bloodied status, calm yourself, you're no longer undone, make a key realization. You can do any of that. Um, but right now, you have burst through your sibling's dining room. They are talking about making you pay for repairs. You're a little like not sure what that means, but you haven't been earning money these past 4 years. And with that, as Bellum like sort of takes you up off of the floor and like I imagine starts helping in some way, uh, we will take our 10 to 15-minute break. Uh, Gosh golly gee gang. Half of the siblings down, uh two more of the coven to go. I'm very excited. We will be back very, very soon to see how all of this stuff resolves. Until next time, y'all. I'll see ya. Uh, And we back. Uh Hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming and listening to us play a little game we like to call Invincible Sword Coven using the Invincible Sword Princess system by Kazumi Chin. Uh, we got rated during the break, which is really really cool. I see Fuska in the chat. Sidecar stories, like y'all, y'all are real ones, and I appreciate you. Um, we are going to just jump right back in. I'd like to give everyone a reminder, if you like what we're doing, if you want to support the channel and just the incredible things that Girls from These Worlds does, please remember to like follow us and subscribe to the Twitch channel if you like. We also got a YouTube where you can see all of the vast library of stuff that Girls from These Worlds does. It's a really it's a really dope organization. Uh, they have a special place in my heart, and you should help them and support them. Uh, and with that, we're gonna kick it back to this reckless little coven, and hop right back into the scene. Oh, like I imagine that like Bellum, you've like gotten your sibling to a chair, and your paramour has gone off to the kitchen to like heat up some tea, like heat up some water. Like she knows that like you do things
So
with
she just held
herbs.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
basically,
just
she
holding
like
it. She doesn't know what tea is. It's so cute when she tries the human stuff. She's gonna bring us back hot water.
yeah, like she likes like seeing you do like the things with the herbs, but like she's off in the kitchen, like is heating up water. Um like Fester, you are in a moment of desperation. These are dire straits. You are very much lost. Um I would ask the two people in the scene how we find Fester again.
Fester's shaking, absolutely trembling. Um, I think it takes a moment too to when Bellum like offers like to help them to a chair to actually take their hand and like lower themselves into the seat because they're so shaky and they have 1,000 yard stare.
So, how you been? Where'd you go?
I think I just saw, I don't know, star or a sun or a big bowl of fire just and it was chained by these green. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Uh, Dia, did you send my sister to the center of the world?
Um like she sort of like returns to the living room, like trying her best to like walk normally. Like there's still something that is a little too fluid, a little too like fast about her movements. But she is like putting on the there are outsiders around sort of like veil. Um, she comes with a pot full of like piping hot water and the herbs from the kitchen that you so often use. Sets it down. and like goes to the other side of the room and just stands and says, I did not touch them. Again, uh, without
Okay.
moving their, without moving her mouth.
Well, that's good. Uh, do you still like cameo dealing?
Um, yeah, yes.
Hmm. So, what were you doing where you ended up seeing a ball of fire chained by stuff?
How are you so calm?
I didn't see a ball of fire chained up.
That's true. Um, give me just 1 second,
No, yeah.
and
Take your time.
they're they're just gonna they're gonna unwrap the pendant around their wrist and clasp it in their hands and just kind of repeat that mantra that um actually Gloria sorry, Glory taught them. Yeah. um and I will calm myself um using that mantra and clutching the pendant that Thea got me.
Beautiful. I think that is enough to unmark desperation.
Yay!
Um, you are no longer in dire straits. However, you are still undone and um, a little bloody, just a little bit. You
Mhm.
shot through a wooden floor. Um,
I look like hell.
but there is chamomile tea, and you like chamomile tea. And there's your sibling, and you like your sibling. Like, you have your moments, but right now you like your sibling.
I'm sorry about the floor.
No, it's okay. We gotta leave anyway. So
Right, you said there's something wrong with the tree?
yeah, I don't know if you felt. Oh, you were busy. Something's wrong with the tree. I don't know what. So we should probably go see what's up. We don't need to tell Thea that you came up through my floor.
Okay, yes, that seems like a great idea. That
I
seems
agree. Hmm.
brilliant. Thank you. I was out at the beach, and oh, I had this dream about mum. Uh and she told me that I should know better than to take refuge in the earth. I was sort of in a cave. It's a long story. Um and
Hmm.
uh and I woke up and the storm was so bad. It was so bad. So I don't know, I just knew I needed to get somewhere else, and you were the first person I thought of.
Oh well, I'm honored. Yeah, Paramore said we got a big storm getting worse. So
Paramore?
I point to the to the unnervingly beautiful figure standing still in the living room.
Right, right. Nice to meet you. Do you have a name, or is it just Paramore?
Um, she sort of like she sort of like holds your gaze for a little bit of an uncomfortable amount of time uh, before just replying, no.
Okay,
Nice, right?
sure.
Do you have a name?
Festa.
Um, she does a nod. Um, before just returning to her pose. And it seems like that is the end of the conversation.
Fine by me.
She's just nervous. You're the first member of the family she's met.
Oh, really?
She's worried you're all gonna hate her.
Why?
I mean, you know.
No, no, I really don't.
And
Oh.
with that, uh, we will sort of like zoom in on the amulet that Fester has been clutching, uh, and sort of like see the glint of it, uh, like going off the interior light in their palm, and the scene will change to a place of many glinting metals and bottles, and there's lots of stuff here, lots of earthworking stuff. It is a secret place, probably like someplace hidden, like in the outskirts of the forest, like close enough that you can get to a neighboring town. Um, but in a thick part of the forest that's like it's thick enough so that not a lot of people can know how to get there. Um, we see a sort of like lone figure that is working well into the night after a lot of people have gone to sleep. um, like you see like one of those figures like goes to this person and um, goes to Glorabelle and asks, "Hey, are you sure you want to keep working on this, boss? Like it's getting late. You gotta rest sometime too, you know."
I haven't found that the answer yet. So
Um, this conversation has been had many a time, and they are tired as well and don't have the strength to argue it again. Um,
if you want to
Maud, what do
turn
you?
in, oh yeah, I just say to um this person, if you want to turn in for the night, that's fine. I'll stay for a little while longer as she like stifles a yawn. Um Glorabelle is she's kind of sitting with a bunch of papers and other like ancient text around her, and right now she has these very like comically large speckled glasses on that are like way too big for her head and also make her eyes look like frog like. um she is wearing all black, kind of like uh very poofy shaped, almost like a mushroom shaped dress, um, with these pleasers on. So they're like pointed ballet shoes with the heels going straight down. No one really understands how she's able to walk in them, but she is. um and she has a very like standard what you'd see in the fairy tales witch hat that is kind of almost the same size as her, like very very large, um and dark skinned, kind of like bags under the eyes, um, with a very or like see-through black veil over her face, even as she is looking at the books.
Um, yeah, like, she sort of like relents and resigns that like nothing is gonna stop you like once you get going like this. Uh, and honestly, there have been few moments that you haven't been going like this in a very long while. Um, you are deep in ancient tomes, like you, the academic journals and like studies of the arcane and witchcraft prove to not have any useful answers like for you. So you have sort of resorted to going towards the not so academic stuff, the fiction, the um, personal journals like that have been preserved and recorded throughout the history of the worlds. And gosh, it is a lot. You're having trouble like going through, and it's so much. Like there is so much hay that you got to go through, and you're not even sure what this needle looks like that you need. Um, like you are searching, and you're not sure what you're searching for. Um, but go ahead and make me a princess roll.
Now it's time for some real. I got
Let's
three
see how
die
it's
for
done. Let's see how
these.
it's done.
Yeah. Do I get any extra die for my princess roll? Or is this
Um,
just a straight roll?
Give her the extra die.
No. It's the
like
first
you
game.
are. What's your role again?
How many do I roll?
What is no? Like you're
Oh, the bereaved.
the bereaved. Um, yeah, this is a very sad thing. You are you're doing a lot right now. Uh, get an extra die.
Thank you. All right.
Uh, let's see what you roll.
I got a 6, a 4, a 5, and a 3.
Three successes is very, very good. Um, you pour through these tomes, um, and pour through them until very, very late in the night. Um, you end up passing out at your desk. Um, and your dreams are very, very good. Um, you have a memory of a time that you felt really close to and connected with Mother. The first time you really like impressed her in some of the magic that you did. Would you like to describe that scene?
um Before joining the coven, Glory was very inside. She didn't really have a relationship to the outdoors, and living with Mother and her siblings, she had to become more accustomed to the natural world. And so I think in a practice of doing some kind of like farming or agriculture or um like gathering herbs for potions and things like that, I was able to make a bulb sprout. And to the untrained eye, it would look like maybe it was meant to sprout in that moment, but to a witch, um, the particular speed at which the bulb sprouted, the color, the smell, all of it was like the perfect first spell. Everything aligned just right.
Um, Mother smiles over you uh, and says, "We may just make a green witch of you yet."
Hi.
Um, she turns uh, and says, "You have worked very hard."
Not hard enough. If I was working hard, you'd be here. I would have figured it out by now. I think some of
Soon,
these writers were quite obsessed with themselves, Mother. A lot of ruminating on useless things, no answers.
you look around you, and the dream changes. Um, and you see tomes upon tomes just stacked in books, like stacked in boxes, like up past where you can see. Um, um, and she says, "Allow me to guide your way. I will need you soon.
Of
All
course,
of our siblings, all of our coven will."
all of
Uh,
us.
and you see out of the corner of your vision, like on a stack that's like a little like above your like reaching space. You'll have to like get the ladder over to like go up and reach it.
Mhm.
You see a box is glowing with a neon green light.
I go and I head towards the light to grab the book or whatever the box is.
You open up the box and you find a tome, like a rolled up like piece of scroll that has like a very strange filigree around it, like twisting uh, around as a spiral down it. It glows green, and you wake, and you know where you need to look for your answer. You go to that exact same box that you found in your dream and see the very same like piece of filigree. You open it up um, and see like the notes of like a doctor like doing some like inpatient work for, it's not like an ancient tome, it's like a little ways ago, like probably like around the time that you were a kid actually. um and it sort of like details, it details a patient that had sort of like um, that had lost some bit of sanity. Like there was a lot of, in your time, there were some people that did not heed the witch's warnings and dived deep into the earth to mine like materials
Mm,
from it.
mm,
Um, and there was something new that was found, a metal that hadn't been discovered before.
mm,
Um, and there was something in one of the miners that this doctor was treating, a couple of the miners that this doctor was treating. Um, they kept saying, refine the powder, free the mater.
I think at this point, um, Glory has like knocked all the other tomes off of the desk from the night before, has sprawled the new tome on the table, and as she's kind of deciphering some of the information, she's grabbing things to put in a pack to head to the tree because her mother said that gotta bring the coven back together, I guess. So, um, she gets into coven mode.
Um, you, um, yeah, you pack up your things and leave the guild that has been working with you and that you've been teaching a lot to for like longer than these past 4 years.
Mhm. I think
Um,
I find my helper from last night. Um, Hi, I'm
oh,
sorry. I don't.
oh,
No, no, please don't get up.
Arabelle.
I don't mean to wake you or bother you. I thought it'd be rude to leave in the middle of the night. So, um, I don't know if I'll be back soon. I hope to be back, though.
You have found something.
Yes, finally. Um,
Your face is different. I am excited for you.
thank you. And
Um,
thank you for your help and your worry. It was nice to have someone worry about me.
um, like, sort of laughs a little bit, and says, it really is not going to be the same without you. You do have to come back soon.
I'm not good with time. Sometimes soon is different to me than it is to others.
Right.
But I will be back when I'm finished.
Um, they sort of smile up at you um, and wish you safe travels. Uh, and you head off into the forest.
I want to describe that Glory's walking is very like ballet kind of like kind of walking, and her witch hat kind of bobs along with her and is very much, you can see Glory from a really far distance away, because she's not like particularly small either, like she's average height, and her hat is the same size as her, so it's a pretty large, you can't miss her.
Uh,
Pretty hard to miss.
Big witch hat. I love it.
I think when
Uh,
once she gets outside too, she'll like kind of feel like the salt in the air, the tides, kind of like feel something on the air.
Word. Like, this is not the coast. Like,
Yeah,
you're at
I
the
think
edge of the forest.
yeah, I think it's more like um I think Glory, because of her relationship to the alchemy and magic and like the studying stuff, I think there is like a more scientific, like, oh, there's something like in the air,
Hmm.
um kind of feeling that she has, but it's not pressing as it was for her siblings, just to like, oh, it's saltier in the air than it usually is, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, there there definitely is like something in the clouds. Like, again, the feeling of an incoming storm. Uh, and as Glorabelle bobs her way from the edge of the forest into the center, we will visit our eldest in the coven, uh, who is going about her day. There's Thea. It is This house has never been this empty for so long. Sometimes mom would go out on a trip every now and again, but she would always be back like within 3 days. She did not like to leave her house for long. And you've never been the only person in the house for an extended period of time until now. But you go about your day, sticking to your routine, your duties. Uh, Aki, would you like to describe Thea and a day in her life?
Yes. So, Thea is, the best way to put it is taller than Bellum, but not as tall as Glorabelle, probably. Um, Also, this like broad shouldered woman with just long, ridiculously long brown hair, and it's all braided in such a way that she can literally wrap it around like a scarf. And that's how she tends to wear it, just over the shoulder, around like that, so that way it doesn't drag on the floor. And She dresses, the best way to put it is cheap clothes, cozy. It's it's that type of fabric where it's super stretchy, but like when you put it on, it's like, oh, it's soft. So you just can't help but pay for the quality that you're getting, and it's comforting in a way. But everything about her looks super cozy, um, and it does not hide at all. Just like she's ripped, you know, she's swole, back muscles. Ugh, she doesn't need to flex to just show off like these large guns over here. Okay, it's just she's massive, essentially, and she also wears large circular framed glasses that are too big for her, but she kind of likes them, and I feel like Glorabelle is the reason why she likes them. It's grown on her. She also wears her little, it's a specifically it's a jade amulet pendant, kind of like this, um, around her neck, and that's something that the other siblings have totally received in their lifetimes. Whether or not they kept it or whatever is totally up to them. And one thing to note is that Thea's eyes are like this rich brown, almost granite like looking. And she has they are these scars straight up don't fade, but it's totally the mark of like a warrior or something like that. She is ancient. She doesn't look ancient, but she feels ancient. I think her presence does feel like, I wouldn't say ethereal because we already have Paramore, but I would definitely say she is definitely ancient, probably the most ancient human left on Earth right now. Um, and while in the house, she has house slippers on, no shoes. They're like bunny slippers or like fucking Snorlax or something, you know, just nice, cozy. If she walked outside, the souls would be destroyed. That kind of vibe. And yeah, what does she do? Her day consists of waking up, making tea, realizing that she set out too many cups and putting the cups back, cleaning. Maybe she reads a book again. She's been rereading the Percy Jackson series again, probably. Um, she cleans some more. Maybe plays around with magic, feeds herself, and then goes back to sleep. It's one of the it's super mundane, super boring, very domestic. But she's had a lifetime of adventure. She's kind of okay with another lifetime of domesticity.
Um, Beautiful. We see the sunrise and set, and Thea tending the garden, the sunrise and set, and Thea washing the dishes, and the sunrise and set, and Thea dusting the house and taking care of and like trimming the roots of mother's, like trimming back like any vine weed or like any like parasitic growths on mother's tree. Uh, and one day,
Whoa, I
um,
forgot one detail. I forgot
oh,
one detail. I forgot one
please,
detail. Um,
please.
every single sibling's room is clean. It's just as they left it. That's a part of Thea's weekly things, you know. It's she leaves it like that. She
What if we didn't
it's
leave
so
them
great.
clean?
If you didn't leave them clean, well, it's being clean now, is it? It's more like if she's aware, like let's say
Okay,
you,
okay.
like let's say this is your, I don't know, your nest. I say nest as I look at my own goddamn Pokemon plushes on my bed. Um, it's your
Hal
nest.
has a
Your,
nest for
yeah,
sure.
your nest is your nest. She's not gonna touch that. But is she gonna sweep the damn floor? Yeah. Your Yeah. Is she gonna air out your nest, baby? Like, yeah. I don't know what's been in there. I don't want to get dust in it. Allergy season. You know, it's one of those things.
So
Like we
many
live in a
things.
tree.
Okay, thank
Pollen.
you. Thank
You know, it's very
Um,
like basic cleans, but it's your stuff is untouched but clean.
does Thea clean mom's room?
Thea cleans mom's room. Yeah, Thea, mom's room is probably the most clean. It's cleaner than her room.
Um, you finish polishing like a um you finish polishing like a the very strange and esoteric baubles and like containers where she like placed like seeds that she either thought were interesting or wanted to like keep for later. Like you don't know how mom's mind worked, but you finish polishing like all of the very random, very esoteric things that she kept in her space. And you feel called somehow. You feel like you want to visit her. Um, you know where her grave is above the canopy. Um, do you go?
Yeah, I think so. I think actually, wait, how has this ever happened before?
You've missed mom, and you've
Mhm,
wanted to go up and visit her and talk to her before.
mhm,
Like the desire has been there, whether or not you've answered it and
mhm.
followed,
I
that's
think
up to you.
yeah, I think I've been very very good at resisting the call because I gotta get over it. Um, it's like one of those vibes. This is how I'm thinking I'm gonna get over it. But not this time. I think I need to go. So I will. Maybe it feels stronger today than usual. I don't know. There used to be animals that come into the tree, but now they've all gone. So I'm truly fucking alone.
Um, you go outside and you climb and you climb and you climb. This this tree is massive. Um, and all of the trees around it are really, really big. Like we're talking 100-foot tall trees. And this tree that you're climbing goes up at least 10 times farther than that. Um, but all you have to do is like crest over the canopy, and you're basically there. Um, and as you do, you climb and grip and burst up out of the canopy. And it is a very overcast day. Like looking about, it is just gray and fog and mist all about you. Uh, the top of the tree you cannot even see for like how thick it goes up, but you can like relax your grip, sort of like find a steady place on the canopy that will support your weight, uh, and walk around to where you integrated your mother's body into the bark of this tree.
hmm 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 I go. I think I take a sit as well. Uh, heck, maybe I brought some tea for her too. It's like in a thermos. So we just pour, not on the branches per se, like you know how the thermos has a lid. We'll just pour it in the lid and put it in front of where she is. The words are hard to find, Mom. What do you need this time? Just kind of that hard stare, sort of. It's not hard actually. It's like I'm staring, like I'm waiting for something to happen, like that kind of vibe. But it's not. So it's hard in the sense of I'm sure I'm staring for a while, but the gaze is not hard.
Um, you stop and stare and look and wait for her to tell you something. Um, and it is a familiar quiet, something like a side of her that you had almost forgotten about her, like before she had taken you on as an apprentice and then as like adopted you to be like her coven when you were just an assistant learning to write and take notes for her, how she would work silently, not paying you any mind. Um, and feels very lonely. You are at the top of the world, and the one person that could not die is gone.
I might just fall asleep here, I think. It's just it's a weird feeling cuz I'm so old. I think everybody besides my family that I know is dead and gone. So it's like I know what death feels like and what grief feels like. This is so much different, you know?
Um,
Yeah, this is definitely one of those sleep without supper kind of feelings. It's just I don't want to do anything.
you rest um, with mom right across from you, your tea gone cold in the high altitude and wind. Um, and the dreams you have long ago just became real abstract. Like, I think you've talked with mom about it like before. Like, at some point, you just like have lived so long that a lot of subconscious things, like all of the different versions of yourself that are living inside of you, need to tell you something, and the message gets jumbled. So you see a lot of weird stuff. Like the strange creatures of this world. Uh, a girl laughing. Your coven. Um, the first time you like accidentally nicked yourself while like doing gardening utensils, and the stitches that mom made you like stitch up yourself. Um, the first time it snowed, uh, like in the forest, and you were able to see like blankets of white. And then something strange. Eyes, neon green, and hypnotizing. You can tell that they're powerful. You can tell that they are ancient. You can tell that they are angry. And they start to vibrate, shake, until it feels like your brain is rattling in your skull. And you hear mom's voice say to you sharply, "Wake up." And your eyes open. And the biggest shake that you have ever experienced is happening all around you. The shakes never get this bad this far into the forest. This is the center of the forest. And it shouldn't be earthquaking this bad, but it is. And the entire top of the canopy is shivering. And you feel yourself struggling to hold balance. And you see the tree tilt and move. And it takes you a second, like between like the chattering of your jaw, the movement of everything around you. But it's without a doubt that tree is sinking. Uh, it is getting swallowed into the earth. Althea,
Oh
what do
shit.
you do?
Oh shit. Okay. Panic mode. Well, not panic mode. Me panic mode. Um. Well, first I struggle to put a lozenge in my mouth. Mm, okay. We live in this tree.
Uh, yeah, like sort of. Yes, like a combination of like structure outside of it and like it being hollowed out and grown like around. Most of your bedrooms are like in the tree. Um, like a lot of the more like communal living spaces are like right outside of it at its base.
Hmm. I feel like it's safe to say my room is for sure getting fucked. I'm pretty sure I live in the tree at this point. Hell, I think if we had a mailbox, technically, I am the legal owner of the tree now. Um, which sucks for this tree, and therefore me. Okay. Mm, is there time for me to somehow get down there, grab grab what I feel is important, um, and then yeet?
Um, Getting down there quickly is is a lot. Um, Go ahead and, well, tell me, how does Althea get down?
I think I am. I think I am sound enough to know mystical mumbo jumbo when I see it and feel it. And so I have a very strong feeling that I will. The tree is sinking and it's gonna get messed up anyways. So, as much as I think I hate to do it, I'm gonna run off, jump, and when I get far down enough, I will take out my sword, which has been conveniently around, well, on my ears this whole time. I wear sword earrings, so I'll just take it off, make it big, make it axe big, essentially, and just hit the tree and slide all the way down safely. Once I reach a certain peak.
Okay. Gosh, this doesn't feel like you are attacking, so I don't think this is a sword.
Would you say that this is a princess because I'm using magic and I'm a princess and I'm using my head?
This feels like you are trying to avoid danger.
Damn it.
So I think this is an invincible roll. You get an extra die because you are using your sword adaptation. It is useful. You are prepared for this.
Mm.
Um, yeah, roll
Please sever at least one
roll that.
clothesline you set up from a window to so our clothes go everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yes. That's added to my list. It's like on the way down. Okay. I just slide. I'm like, ooh, and I go, there's the clothesline, ching, like go around the tree, make sure I get everybody's shit. Um, Hoop into the like I don't know into a window so that way I can go in and grab my shit and then I don't know, barrel roll out. Everyone's safe when you barrel roll.
That sounds super cool. Roll two sixes. Go for it.
I rolled 1 6 and 1 5, so that's two successes.
Two successes. Uh, you successfully avoid the danger. Um, like quite quite stylishly, I may add. You do all those things. You are like able to, like, you had just done laundry like that day and are able to like be like have the quick enough presence of mind to be like save the clothes, also like go all the way down, and it's pretty badass. You do indeed do a barrel roll into a window, and find yourself in your room. What do you grab?
I The quote unquote essentials, like I have a backpack. It's not necessarily prepared per se, but it's a backpack. Grab that. I start throwing shit in there. I grab a couple notebooks or journals, really, a couple pens to go, like one of those click clacky ones, the little office boys, um, I grabbed some, like, if there were components to magic in general in my room, slide that in there. I think I've grown attached to, like, perhaps a stuffed rabbit or something. Bam, that's also in there. I It's a family photo. Bam, that's also in, it's just like I start grabbing things that I think I'll need. And what feels important to me because I already have my swords. And then the last thing, I feel like it's I feel like they would be like perhaps metal items, metal relics, perhaps stuff that I used to wear back in the ancient days. You know, I've fought in wars. I've fought other things. Okay, perhaps they have worshipped me once by mistake. My name sounds a lot like Athena, and I'm surprisingly smart and buff. So like perhaps that was a oopsie. Perhaps I've had many oopsies. And so maybe I have something akin to I would definitely have something akin to armor laying around. And so I just bayfong it. I do this and magically all the metal just sticks to me. The armor just attaches itself onto me and just I have what I think I need, what I'm sure I need and and then I'll just barrel roll back out.
Um, yeah, yeah, you attach the armor. That's badass. No roll necessary. I love it.
It's so funny that you were like wood and metal will save you, and I was like, little did you know I was gonna use both those for magic specifically.
uh, you sort of like gather all these things. You're about to barrel out of the window. You feel like the shake getting stronger, and about to pull yourself down. And you look back, and this is your mother's house, and you don't want to abandon it.
Oh, can I
But
grab
you
one more
are
thing
being
then?
swallowed by Mater Earth.
I'm gonna grab one more thing then, um, before I go because I don't want to abandon it. Oh, but I don't think I'll get it back. I think that's what's settling in for me. I'm not gonna get anything back if I leave it. So I would like to get probably the most important thing to mom in there that I would know of.
You run into your mother's room, and you grab something that will discover at a later point.
Just another
Uh,
thing to slap into the bag. Bam, you know. At this point, I said backpack, but just can we just pretend it's a duffel bag? Because that would be so much easier just to slap shit in there.
period. Duffel bag. Uh,
You grabbed a
the
fitting
legendary
from
Thea
the
and her
clothesline and
legendary
just
duffel bag.
load.
Uh, and as you grab and shove it in the duffel bag, you feel a big drop, and you feel yourself descending quicker and quicker. You need to get out of there right now. Um, yeah, roll one more invincible for me.
If I take out the second earring, because their earrings are in pairs, and I make that axe form big, you know, to help climb out like that. Can I get an extra die?
I like it. Go ahead. Uh, yeah, you can. Yeah, I'll actually say that you can just like take out like your like sword earrings and try to like just hack your way out of the tree. And I would let that be a sword roll instead of an invincible
Yes.
roll.
Ooh, yes, please. Then I tree's going down. It's okay. I've moved on. I no, I haven't. But like, in the moment, I'm like, shit, shit, shit. You know, I can be sad afterwards. 5, 1, 5.
One success.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you hack and slash. And oof. Okay. Um, you slash your two swords and like open up a sort of panel, like open up a sort of like exit for you to be able to get out of here. And you smell the air and you know it is possible to make your escape. You take your swords out of the bark and one gets stuck and the house is sinking. And if you want to get out of here, you're going to have to leave one behind.
The swords are magic and metal. As long as I find metal again and I have my magic, I can do it again. That's my thinking of it. However, good God, they were matching. Ugh, you know, they were matching and they were old and they were they were probably made of something, some sort of some sort of magical material. Okay, that +1 silver mithril sword. You know this this that extra damage sword. Damn. Okay, I'll leave it as long with the mindset of as long as I have metal and magic, I can whittle together another sword. I'm gonna be real pressed about it though.
You dive out with your one remaining earring sword left. And like you dive out, roll, start running for cover as you know the largest tree in the world is about to be swallowed into the earth, along with the final resting place of your mother, along with your home. And as you stumble to the ground, like barely gotten out of there alive, you turn and watch as this incredibly large canopy goes down and deep into a giant sinkhole. And the earth, dust, and sand and dirt sort of fill the space that it's left behind. And you see all around you on this forest floor neon green eyes going out in every direction as far as you can see. This is the scene that all of you return to as you make your way back home. And with that, we're gonna end our session one for the night.
No.
You're
No.
kidding!
No.
Absolutely not.
Damn.
So.
Mm, mm, I de- I will say, as we walk up, I look at Fest and I'm like, well, that's what's wrong with the tree.
Oh yeah, can we give our everyone's what everyone's reactions are from the at the last scene?
Do the thing.
Okay. I
Uh,
think
yeah,
Glory
describe
is
that.
truly like in the animes when it's like big eye, small pupil, um like the shadow over the
Yeah.
face, um like pure unadulterated like confusion, fear, anger, um at having lost not only their home but mother's final resting place. It's a lot of shock in her face. And she looks a bit scary, I think, in this moment.
I call dibs on going last because I'm last.
Oh, uh, I guess I can go next. Howl, who after everyone else has been introduced, would now the audience would be able to tell that she's wearing clothes stolen from her siblings in at some point in the past. And as she walks up with her pack around her and sees her adopted home sinking into the ground, I think she just stares at it very like flat expression and probably mimicking a way that mother taught her to express some negative feelings is just I am not getting along with trees today.
I think Fester stares at this sinkhole. And at first, like, their expression was really like grief stricken. And then they turn their attention to the eyes in the ground, and they're gonna stomp on one.
I gave mine. I literally look at Fester and say that's what's wrong with the tree.
Okay, that's my turn. I've been looking at the tree. I totally noticed. I vibed that my family, my other siblings had arrived. Listened to the give their quiffs. I have the duffel bag kind of like strapped over like this somehow on my back, and I have one currently in the shape of an axe but sword in my hand, and I'll turn to y'all, and I look probably like like I fist fought a tree. I think I look like that right now. Um, I'm breathing heavy because I just performed like a very long God of War AOE type of type of cinematic action cutscene here. And I'll look at y'all and just go, "Welcome home."
Um, Beautiful session, everybody. This has been episode 1 of Invincible Sword Coven. Thank you to Girls Run These Worlds for hosting this channel. Uh, if you like us, give us a follow, give us a subscription. Stay tuned because we are about to raid a really, really dope sort of like Black Panther TRPG. Abria Iyengar is in it. A lot of like really dope black people are just in the stream doing things. It's dope and you should stick around. And now I just want to like do one more quick intro, like say your name, say where people can find you, say what you're working on very, very quickly if you can, and we'll wrap it up. Um, I'm picking on Jazz today first, so Jazz, go for it.
Wow. Oh my God. What up? I'm Jazz, also known as Cinderscoria on Twitter. That's usually where you can find me hanging out. You can also find me here at Girls Run These Worlds on Thursdays here for Invincible Sword Coven, but also on Mondays, starting next Monday, the Arcane Core Seeker is coming back. I'm very excited because my character Mo is in some dire straits. It's kind of a theme with me, I guess. And let's see, what else am I in? There's a couple of other things that are coming back soon, but I can't exactly tell those yet. But if you follow me on Twitter and stay tuned, then I will be announcing them there.
Beautiful. Aki?
Hello, I'm Aki. You can find me all over the Twitterverse at Akinomi_art, where I do a lot of things. In fact, too many things. I'm the co-producer at Goblets and Gays and Anima Magiri and Well Seasoned Stories and like two other fuckers. You can catch me on Mondays at 8 p.m. Pacific over at Nat 20 Productions, where I play a really, really sad, dramatic, edgy fletchling tiefling, which is just a shadow tiefling, because I really decided to go there. As we play in a magical college full of trauma, apparently. And I don't think I'm doing anything else. Oh wait, no, 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 I am. On November 19th, over on Nameless Debate, I will be participating in a Pokemon tournament for charity. Come watch us, support us, donate if you can. If not, just watch a bunch of nerds beat the shit out of each other with fake Pokemon. Well, yeah, all Pokemon are fake. No, they're not.
Don't
They're
say that.
plushies. I can't believe I said that in front of my children. They're very real. But just come watch us beat the shit out of each other with digital Pokemon. Yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
Aki, the very best in all of our hearts. Um, Allison, take it away.
Yeah. I'm Allison Mulder. You can find me as A Mulder Writes on Twitter, which should also have a link to my website with some of my published short stories. I write fantasy, sci fi, and spooky stuff, including some that are on podcasts and other things. So you can give those a read. Uh, this is my first streaming thing, so thank you for having me. And I think that's about it.
Uh, Austin.
Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Awesome. Pronouns are he, they, she. You can find me over on Twitter at SalesCadalsons, at Sailor, SCT Austin. I just forgot what I was saying for a second there. That's the place to find me right now as of this recording. If you're watching a VOD, who knows? Um, I'm a game writer, designer, performer, and friend. I do lots of things. So the best place to figure out what I'm up to is over on Twitter. I will not list all of the things because we'll be here too long and I'll feel bad about it. Um, so back to you, GM.
Uh, Mod, big homie, take us away.
Hello, it is I, Maud, aka the Dainty Funk on most other platforms. Right now, I'm doing the video essay thing on YouTube. So if you like video essays that are like between 45 and an hour long, I'm your guy. I recently put out a video essay about being more monstrous, which I think is quite fitting for our session today. I talk a little bit about witches and the history of witches. So if you're interested in stuff like that, check me out. I will also be back here on Thursdays to play Invincible Sword Coven, and I hope to play more games with Girls Run These Worlds. So keep tuning in.
Um,
Yeah.
and with that, my name is Anita. I use she, her pronouns. That is Shay, like the butter, her pronouns. You can find me at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitter and the TikToks. Um, y'all, like, please come back tomorrow. Where Girls Run These Worlds is doing some really, really good programming. We've got Dead Man Switch, a Starfinder TRPG led by Aubrey. And just like keep keep us in the know. Like we are always open to telling like women's stories and like people of marginalized genders stories. So our creator app is always open if you want to do one of these things and juggle a bunch of incredible, creative, dope, inspiring, lovely, fantastic people and have them play in your world on a stream. But that is our time, good people. Please stick around and join the raid for a Black Panther inspired, like, it's dope. Uh, you're gonna want to stick around for this. But that is all for us today. I am going to bid you all adieu, and we'll see you next time. All right, peace, people.